Joe Webb, Leslie Frazier came out and said that Webb has very good hands, and I've never heard anybody say that about Webb. Rick is yawning, but that's why I'm going to pitch it over to Adrian so he can actually talk about this.
I'm a big Joe Webb fan. I remember when we drafted him, and then when we had the first game he played as a quarterback, and he did well, and he won, and everybody, oh, he's amazing, and all those things, and then we didn't see him again for a year, and then the last time we saw him, he broke my heart. But I think if he had more preparation, it might have been a little different, but it was a weird circumstance. But I think if you have an athlete, use him as much as possible. I don't know if he's just going to be a top receiver, but I think he'll be able to go in a few plays. Of course, we'll have some fake passes and some different things they can do with him, but he's the size of a person. I never understood why once a person is a quarterback, they're automatically frail and can't do sort of things, and they're an athlete like everybody else, so I don't see why he can't do a reverse, something. He's got speed, all these things, so put the ball in his hands and see what he can do. And I guess he can catch is what they say, so I don't see why not. He's a big guy, played many years. He should be able to catch.
Yeah, well, he's 6'4", 220, so yeah, he's not frail by any means.
We know he's fast.
And we do know he's fast. I think it's saying he has good hands. I don't know whether this is Frazier giving him a nod and giving him some confidence and stuff, or if, I mean, maybe he does have good hands, but does he have good hands with an over-the-shoulder catch? Does he have good hands only when he has to look directly at the quarterback to catch the ball, like sort of, dare I mention the name, Troy Williamson? But I think I'm a little skeptical he's going to actually make the team, but I think he's got so much talent that you got to figure out how to place him.
Yeah.
Place him on waivers.
You just want to get rid of him.
It's over. Now it's just talking points and getting people to talk about it, because it's a 1 in a million shot now, which is fine, but they'll keep asking about it, so he's got to say something, and he can't say he runs a good curl route, so he says, I think his hands are decent, and everybody runs with it. It's noise.
Well, our receiving core is far from settled. I mean,
yes, there's room for the guy. Like, if it looks like there's an upside, but not many teams pick up a 4th or 5th year guy and try and keep him as a receiver or anything else. I think the experiment is over. They made some poor decisions at some point.
Well, we can blame this on Childress, can't we?
Yeah.
I mean, why not? But also it was him that made a lot of poor personnel decisions.
Yeah.
And having him, not keeping him at wide receiver kept his didn't allow him to develop that way. So, I guess let's wrap it for this week. Adrian, I've seen you doing a lot of stuff on Facebook for DJing. What's life like in that world these days?
Yeah, it's busy. Everybody, of course, loves summer weddings and the 2 months of summer we have here in Minnesota. I guess it's still spring and all that, but I have a lot of weddings coming up. If anybody's in need of a DJ, feel free to contact me, eventsbymv.com. I've got some things coming up this summer with Ben and Jerry's location in Minneapolis. I'll be DJing there a few times a week to help them get some people there, get some tasty ice cream and other fun things this summer. So let me know if you need any assistance.
Very good. I also saw you had a picture of you and Dave Winfield on Facebook. What was that all about?
Yeah, I think I tweeted that Dave Winfield and I are very similar, with both from St. Paul, literally grew up right down the street from each other. His brother still lives near where I used to live. Both went to Central, both athletes, both went to college in athletics in Minnesota. But then between both of us, we have a World Series championship and lots of hits in baseball. Of course, he has the bulk of that. But he spoke at I went to Concordia, and I work at Concordia now. He spoke at the graduation. He was a commencement speaker, and he was just there and wanted to see the area and meet with some students and staff. So I was able to meet with him, and he had some interesting advice on life, and he's a great speaker. Yeah.
Cool. And his connection with the Vikings is?
He was drafted by the Vikings. Or was he? Yeah, he was drafted by the Vikings, NBA team, ABA team, and of course, MLB, the only person to be drafted in four different leagues. Yeah, no hockey for him.
What's up with that?
That must really hurt him.
Yeah.
So Rick, what's exciting at Neighbors these days?
We're doing a skydive on July 27th. Skydive for charity. Neighborsnews.org. You can fundraise from your friends, try and raise about $750, and then you get to come skydiving with us. We're raising money for the food shelf and some of our other programs.
That's great. I am deathly afraid of heights. I've always been fascinated with with the idea of skydiving to get over it. So I'm still debating that.
It'll be a lot of fun.
And again, my name is David Erickson, your host. You can follow Minnesota Vikings chat at minnesotavikingschat.com, on Facebook at facebook.com/Minnesota Vikings chat, on Twitter at twitter.com/MNVikingsChat, and use the Vikings chat hashtag when you talk about the Vikings so we know you're out there. And until next week, go Vikings.
Go Vikes.
Go Vikes.